Hello, pioneers. Welcome back to Satisfactory 1.0. It's fantastic, Mr. Ghost. I'm enjoying the train traffic, and at the same time, worried about the train traffic. Boy, have I had a lot of fun trying to get these trains to act right. These signals are really quirky. I've got my complaints, but they work, but just not very good. I've got some suggestions I'd like to make on their website. Maybe I will. Now, as promised, here is all of the belts. and you know what? I forgot two things. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be maybe another couple. I don't know. I'm hoping not. And that is wet concrete. I forgot about that. Well, concrete, which we'll be doing wet concrete today. I'll just whip it together and, put it on a train. And then time crystals. Yeah, I forgot about those too. These are kind of like, oh yeah. So as I was going through some recipes, getting prepped up to start building on the platform here, I realized I needed those two things. Well, let me tell you folks, I love wasting time, and wasting time concreting something that I'm gonna rip up is my favorite thing to do in this game and in life. So as I was concreting and getting ready for the build here, the final build, I ran into that rock way over there. So now I have a new leveled platform, and this is it. So the plan is the bus will go that way, and I'll build to the right, but up high. So basically where the second train platform here, the second story, that's where the base will be built. I'm a little concerned about that rock formation over there, but I think I can make it work where I'll start to build out and beyond that rock. So we'll see how it goes. But mainly the bus is what I'm worried about, and I don't think I'm going to run into that rock too much, but we can clip through things. So I'm just going to go with it. I'm not redoing any belts at this point. So you'll notice a color change. Yeah, I decided to go with blue and white for a change here. I don't know, it seems fitting for the end of the game, so I'm gonna go with that. So while I was working on the belts and all this other crap, I come to find out that my power was failing. My heart sunk. So, having the batteries connected was the indicator that I needed. So even connecting one battery to your power network is a good idea, because then you start hearing this boo, boo, and I have 4 batteries. So one went, then another one, and then I was like, I better go check on power. And what happened was this, I had, it's just some janky, cutoff here. Well, the trains, you really... You can't, I'm finding out you cannot have just a split with 2 rail going off into one direction, So having just 2 rail connecting to 2 rail, you really do need to have an official intersection like this properly signaled. So I lost all power. Well, luckily, I used the good old trusty tried and true biomass burner to bring the power back to life. It was fun. And I'm glad I didn't rip out my turbo fuel, or it's my compacted coal, that's the assemblers. I left them all in for the turbo fuel. So once I got power up and running enough, I was able to get the main power up and running. And I'm always going to have sulfur and coal at the turbo power plant to make the compacted coal. So I can spin that power up, and then I can spin up the rocket fuel build. So luckily I had everything kind of set up and ready to go to a certain degree, and power's back up. Whew. So as I was stating earlier for power, this is what I had connected over by the power where it was going to sulfur and coal. This one here is going to pick up the quartz and the silica. So I had to move this line here. It used to be over somewhere else. And, okay, so these 2 trains, they are having issues right around here. And that's because of the blocks. So you can see that color, it's kind of like a gold color there. What happens is the trains will get all stopped over here. So what I'm going to do is put in an intersection here, and that should help with throughput. Now, originally the quartz and, it's the processed quartz and the silica was branching off of this line over here. So I moved it, and I'm going through this opening. There's 2 here in the dunes. I think, well, there's 2 right nearby. So I put this 2-lane rail in, but the problem is that the trains will come here and they'll butt up to each other. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. I don't want to have to redo any rail if I don't have to. But what I might do is take this line and, let's see, over here. I don't know if I can exit out this way. I think I can. So the entry points will stay the same. But yeah, I can't get through there, though. I might be able to go out this way. Yeah. Yeah, I can go out this way with the train. So if I have a problem with this, again, this exit line will just go right through there. Yeah, snake through there. It'd be kind of a cool trip, too, for the train. Alrighty, folks, come with me, and you'll see my diamond production area. So over here, this is the exit line? Yeah, that's the exit line right there. And I have 2 stops. One is time crystals, and the other is coal, 2400 coal. That will be for turbo fuel if I have problems again. And yes, I had to go concrete crazy again. This is a diamond build here. So we have to take coal. The best one is coal, and coal to diamonds. Then we have to do the particle accelerators here, and it's a very high requirement for coal. Glad I used petroleum coke for steel and not coal. We need 600 coal for one of these crazy diamond creators here. So luckily there's plenty of coal here, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I have this already I've got rail over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. I think. No, wait. I think this is 5.25. Or wait, is it right? This one, yeah. Oh yeah, 5.5. Right. So I have an impure patch. I overclocked it. And that's going direct here. As you can see, I had to connect it because it was getting really confusing. Now I've got these 2 here I've connected. And it's 600 and 600. So that's 3 miners dedicated to these here. Oh, I think I know. All right. Yeah, there's 1 impure, 1 normal, and 2 pure. That's what it is. Okay. And then it breaks out to 13.75 converters. And the converters take the diamonds, and we get time crystals. So this one is downclocked to 75% for the total of 13.75. And we only get 6 per minute. Ugh! Now you'll notice over on the middle right-hand side of the screen, I need a lot of time crystals to make the time crystal. Oh no, that's reanimated, fluctuated SAM things. Is it what? Oh, SAM fluctuator, yeah. So you need a lot of these things. And I had to stop to wait for those to build up. There's another one, and that's it. I need 2 more. Okay, now let's get our little thing going here. I'm going to go in the middle maybe, and then we'll back up 1, 2, click, 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 and click. So I got to tie these in, but I'm going to wait until that's all done. I'm going to wait till that row is complete. Oh my god, look at this. I wish it was dark out. There's a way to control the light, I think. And there we go, time crystals. Holy cripes. Oh, and yeah, this is all janky. I don't care. I am so done with trying to build with this within the environment here. This is going to take a while to build up. A long while. So the time crystals will be on the bus. but I probably only need them for one lousy thing, is what I'm thinking. Whatever. We'll see. Oh, yeah, and I gotta tie the coal lines in. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll review what's down here if you don't remember. So right here is the 2 pures. So we'll take a look here. We'll go down. Yeah, that's a pure. And this one is a pure. And then we have 3 here. Oh, it's only 2, right. So 1 normal and 1 impure. So those are going up to these specific areas. So the impure is going to... Oh, that's the normal. Yeah, so the normal is going to 1. And then I downclock this 50%, the other particle accelerator. That's the impure. Okay, I keep forgetting. Now, over here are 2 mergers. So I have 2 mergers, 600, 600 for a total of 1200 times 2 for this. But I wanted to keep my, just in case the compacted coal, I need that again to get, you know, the turbo fuel spun up again. I wanted to connect a train to keep that system up and running as a, oh no, kind of thing. All right, there's coal input number 1. All right, there's a whole lot of spaghetti going on in here, but I don't mind. I should have moved these. I wasn't thinking. I didn't know where these were. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, the power is going to be screaming now. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, I got to power these up here. Okay, yeah, let's do that. All right, let's connect the coal in, and then we'll get this thing fired up once and for all. I want to see this at night. This is going to be really cool. So here's where the power is right now. We're at 72 gig around there. That's the max connections, but we're only consuming 36 because we have a lot of things in the base, you know, the hub, where the hub is. Oh, and I refer to the hub and the hub. I forgot. Yeah, the hub is the place where we did the research and all that. But I call the base where everything is, you know, all the stuff we need to build. I call that the hub too. It's a factorial thing. So the hub is where the base is for all the building materials and all that. Oh, I added another power augmenter. So we have 48 gig now from that. And I probably will go out looking for more summer sloops because we're going to need them for the end game. And I do want to put some of those down. It's free power from summer sloops, but I need enough to get this project completed. All right, there's one more. And I need only one more to go. All right, this is going to take about 200 years to fill up, but hey, it is what it is. So once this is all built out, I'll put a train on here, and I'm glad I have room for more train stops. All right, I'm going to go find a site for wet concrete build. Oh, and this is the this is the entry point here. Yeah, so the trains come in from way over here. I think this is pretty fun. I kind of like this. So I'm popping in off of there. And then I'm coming on up. And I used my lift. And then I used the environment right there to bring the train rail up. And then it goes over and then it exits out this way. So I like these kind of loops where you kind of meander through the environment to pick up some resources. And then when I saw this, I go, oh yeah, this is going to be fun. So I built up there for this reason alone. So that's where it merges back on. So the good thing about this is I'm not crossing over any rail. I'm just, you know, popping off. So it's kind of fun. Look at that, huh? Whoa, we got a projectile from that creature. These creatures will not despawn. I don't know why. I thought when you had to have factory pieces down, I guess they don't care about rail. But maybe machinery they do. I don't know. You could put like some kind of victory pole up, and then they don't spawn in these creatures. So one more of these, and this build will be complete. I hope I just recalculated everything, and there should be enough diamonds here to get this thing going. Yeah, this is full now. It's slow. So it just takes a long time to buffer because it's 200. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, so the 200 is what's killing me here. That's fine. Okay, so as soon as I get enough SAM fluctuators and RCUs, I'll finish that off. Let's go find a limestone patch. My goal here is to do this by water, and I'm going to make a lot of concrete because we're going to need a lot for those singularity cells. Those require, I think, 200 concrete. And then we need them for the encased industrial beams. And that's when I saw that. I was like, oh, I need the concrete for encased. So I'm going to find some limestone. The best place for it. It's usually kind of patchy. You know, like there's not like a whole bunch in one spot. Which kind of sucks. So my search will start now. Well, pioneers, I found the limestone. And it's in the dune desert, right by the base. The problem is, I need water. So, we'll be running some belts underneath and over to the water, right by our copper ingot build here and copper sheet build. Oh my gosh. It's just easier to bring the stone to the water. It'll be 2 belts. Over here, there are 3 limestone mines. One is 1200, and then we have 2 that are 600 and 300. So we have a pure, impure, and normal. That equates to 17.5 refineries for wet concrete. That also equates to 1,750 water. This thing will output 1,400 concrete. So that's good. So let's get started on this new project. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, pioneers, it is done. I gotta cut this short. I can't talk too long. I'm trying to keep the episodes short so that they're more digestible for you, the viewer. So there we go, folks. We have it. Now, as I, did my voiceover and stuff, you got all that down. So F screen, I'll add the concrete, and the time crystals to the end of the train bus. Yeah, it's a train bus. I like that name. So I'll add those two, and I need to place right here. I gotta get the reinforced iron plates onto the belt bus here, as well as the heavy modular frames. However, the next build, and we're gonna be knocking this out, man, one after the other, boomity boom. I have to do the let's see, let's go over this way and give you an idea. So I don't think I covered this last episode. I did move all the crap over here because I had it in the way. So this is what we're working towards right now. This is the nuclear pasta, which I didn't realize how involved it was, but well, we've done all this before, so we haven't done the other stuff. So we're working towards the nuclear pasta. Oh, I need copper powder. We have plenty of copper in the desert, so I'll probably do that on the floor and bring it up right directly to the build. That's not a problem. All I have to do is put a platform down, bring some spaghetti the copper belts in, and then get the copper powder up into the build directly. So that's what we'll do. That's way at the end, so I'm not worried about this, and that's a pretty simple process right there. Not worried. The pressure conversion cube is here. We need RCUs, fused modular frame. That's what I'm working toward. That's what I'm trying to accomplish here. Hopefully next episode we'll get this done, because I want to terminate the nitric acid and the fuel pipes into this thing. And then we don't have to carry those pipes down. So that's why I chose this to be first. So then I don't have to do that. So heavy modular frame, what I want to do is knock that out, and maybe the fused modular frame next episode. Here's the modular frame. Now, this is why I realized, I need concrete. Crap. Encased industrial beam, rubber we have, and the screws, no big deal. We got plenty of steel. I love steel. I love the steel screws. So we got steel pipe. We've got the concrete now. We have this. And then moving over this way. Oh, we got the modular frame now, so we can knock that out. So one machine closer. So yeah, these are all, let's see, what is this one here? The back end has the final part. Ballistic warp drive. Oh, there's a lot of crap in here. Thermal rocket propulsion. I gotta break these out. Once I get this done here. Singularity cell. Boom. Concrete. 200 per minute. Oosh. So I have, what, 1800? Slurp. Yeah. So I may need another concrete build just for this stuff. I don't know. We'll see. The iron plate we have. Dark matter crystal. Ooh, I might have to... Oh, dark matter. So this one here, there's a bunch of recipes that we can... Oh, here, time crystal, right here. So I can do this, but the problem is it needs dark matter residue. So I'm not sure if this is considered a fluid or a gas or, some kind of light. It was kind of funny because they do say here, we don't know what it is, oh, is it fluid, is it light? So this one's going to be interesting. I'll have to figure out something here because we don't have the residue until we start on these other processes here. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, see, this produces it, and it's 100 per minute, and we want to consume that back into our process. So most likely what I'll do is I'll bootstrap something just to get it up and running a little bit, make sure it works, and then disconnect it. So we'll bootstrap something to get that going. A lot of machines, folks, and I haven't broken every single thing out. We still have supercomputers and turbo motors and rotors and stators, which is fine. We got plenty of room now because I bumped the build up and we're good. Good progress. We're finally moving forward. Oh, one last note here is I'm going to redo the power here as well. I was putting power poles down. And I'm like, I got walls, duh. So I'll do the power nubs. I'll rewire this whole thing, but I just wanted to get it up and running. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.